Um, Let me start. So, I like the idea to share information, and I also like the idea of talking about a team, because a lot of people in the industry they all think about themselves. And actually, to address this question, I think that for me, a winning of a team, then if you are always on the winning team, you are the winner. So I think that's really good. You are willing to share the ideas, and also I like to encourage. And other part is that people who are creative, who has good ideas, even someone stole them their ideas, they can always come up with another one. So I think that's great. So that's my comment.
So maybe one more comment? Or?
My comment is, I think that's very great, but still you can be a little bit more like applying to the interviewer, like try to come up a little bit more idea about what the definition. So I was looking for you to see like as you go to level, different level of sharing. Basically, you're not cheating someone, but a lot of details is your own work. You don't really need to share, and even you share with them, nobody will actually appreciate or will understand that. The other thing is you might be actually try to. So I was actually trying to do something very lasting in the industry, but there are a lot of ways to solve that. I was try to look at it and try the best and find a way around. And this is just one classroom, but maybe some other classroom that have to be prepared. So try to not really stay within one task. Try to come up with more ideas. So that's kind of thing like
Thank you so much to our judges. So Tammy, it looks like there are 5 lights left. So make 4. Make that 3. So please make your decision to turn off one and ask the remaining 2 a question.
My question would be, how does your corporation evaluate the personal talents, and how would it be incorporated within a team?
From my experience, basically what we do is we do individual performance evaluation as well as the whole team evaluation as well. So I'm pretty sure all the big companies kind of follow the same management review pathway. So basically, even though you're being evaluated individually for your basically for all the tasks you're being assigned to, they also look at like what you're saying, sharing, how you share your time with others, how you share your resources with others. So you help basically just to see how you help the entire team to perform and grow, basically. So I actually really like the idea of basically your theme idea about sharing, but a lot of times there's a hard balance. It's like the other judges are saying that there's really hard balance between sharing and working yourself, because we're talking about real world. We're not talking about study group where you all study together and whatnot. No, this is real world. This is about whether I live or I die tomorrow. Okay? So sharing is great, but just keep in mind that you need to I guess have other ideas, just like what Dan was saying. Have other ideas so that you can protect yourself.
So my take is that for even during the daytime doing low practice, at the night time I'm entrepreneur staff doing elections, and I do value that people who can share ideas is the most important. The reason is simple, because if you keep that from yourself, I probably another team member have to spend another 2-3 months or even half year and come up with the idea you probably had years ago. You had that already. And in a small team, sometimes it's hard to track who made a contribution, who come up with the idea. As Stephen said, for business is how to survive. So for us who if you want to press as a team, sometimes we cannot care who come up with idea because we have to jointly contribute to make the team successful. So it's harder to track who make the contributions. But it's good if someone can share the ideas. Normally with discussion, your original idea will advance, and actually everyone will more from that. So in short, it's hard to track who make the ideas. But for us, as a team, we can make a success. That's what we need. So sharing is very important for us.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much to the judges. And now, Tammy, it is time to make your decision.
Next up, we have star debater from Berkeley Model UN, Jianan Zhang. Welcome. First, give a short self-introduction.
Good evening, everyone. Can y'all hear me? My name is Jianan Jonah Zhang, as just said. I'm a freshman at the College of Letters and Sciences. I'm an intended double major in economics and business administration with a minor in either sociology or public policy. I guess the video goes.
Now it comes to the question. Jordan, you're on the debate team, and you are one of the most eloquent people I have ever seen in Berkeley. So the question for you is also the hardest. Imagine this scenario. President Obama and President Hu Jintao are in the same room discussing the issue of the imprisonment of the Nobel Peace Prize laureate Liu Xiaobo. And Obama wants Hu Jintao to release him, and Hu Jintao doesn't want to. And now, you have 1 minute to defend both sides equally. And your job is to sound extremely convincing and persuasive and leave the audience completely confused afterwards.
All right then. Looking at it from President Barack Obama's standpoint, I would use the argument of, well, trying to appease China's ego as well as focusing on liberal institutionalism. You see, for President Barack Obama, I would personally advocate that for China, it's perhaps in their best interest to release Liu Xiaobo in order to try and join the international community. Currently, China tries to play the strongman, still believing in Cold War politics, believing that they themselves can kind of go against the will of the other people, other countries. And now, for them to actually transcend this sort of viewpoint and actually work together with other nations, they actually need to use this as sort of a gesture of goodwill. Many Western analysts believe that if they were to do so, China would find it in their best interest, and it will also help to foster better relationships with other countries. Now, looking at it from China's perspective, this becomes now an issue of national sovereignty. You see, for China, Liu Xiaobo did indeed break the law. He incited people to rebel against the government, for better or worse, and also, while preaching along the lines of Western liberalism, still did not exactly follow the letter of the law. And so, for China, it becomes an issue of whether or not they should accede to the pressure placed upon them by the international community. And China, for them, it doesn't make sense for them to listen to other countries in this particular field, because China doesn't tell other countries what to do. So why should other countries tell China what it should do with its own criminals? If that answers your question, and I hope you're all confused.
Thank you, Jordan. Now is the time for the judges to ask Jordan questions.
Well, after you just answered that, I'm not sure what question was. No, but you did a really good job in terms of understanding yourself and everything. And like the way you deliver yourself, you're confident and whatnot. So the question I have is, what do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years,
Or
I would.
short-term goal.
Short-term goal is graduate college. That's pretty high up there. Also, to try and find a job in the financial industry. I'm not completely certain which position I would like, whether it be an analyst or marketing, but I know that sometime within the short term, I would like to get a job within the financial industry. And perhaps later foster and reach out to other colleges to figure out postgraduate.
It depends on whether you understand the politics and the economics. What's the relationship to it?
Politics and economics. Well, they're rather interconnected in terms of the fact that whatever happens to the economy can have an effect on, let's say, political candidates. The number one concern for many Americans is always the economy, because that influences every part of our lives. But our politics can also play a part in this, in the fact that the decisions of the various policymakers can affect, well, the economic realm as well. Just look at the recent financial crisis. George W. Bush subscribed to the belief in, well, I guess, Chicago-style economics. That's kind of why I'm here at Berkeley. And for George W. Bush, he believed in trying to lower taxes and also deregulate the financial industry. And part of the reason why Congress allowed this was because of lobbyist groups. And politics played a key role in how our economy fell down. So I believe they're very interconnected, and that's why I feel that it's always important to balance the two views and have an understanding of both if you're going to go into that kind of field. Okay.
So I have one bit of the last question. So basically, you want to do the financial career, and right now considering American and China two giants, and so what are you planning? Are you going to try to find career growth in China or
That is actually a really good question. For me personally, I might not go with either country. In terms of the fact that I don't speak Chinese, to be honest. But in terms of America, I realize that the current job market is rather slim. However, I do realize in other areas, let's say Brazil, even Canada's economy is doing fairly well. There are multiple opportunities, and I am a Canadian citizen as well. So,
can you speak Portuguese?
I will learn Portuguese if it comes to that.
Why can't you learn Chinese?
Oh, I was going to learn Chinese as well. I will learn whatever language you want me to.
Now, we can only have one comment from one of the judges. I'm sorry, Jordan.
I'm just going to comment if I have the first question. A lot of times in the job market, when we ask what your career goal, what your short-term or long-term goal is, or what your 5 or 10-year plan, we not only are looking for what you plan to achieve, but also how you're going to get there. Okay, so, I mean, you're great. I like you. It's too bad I can't get a reach on the trees. But that's just something to keep in mind. Because a lot of, especially in the financial world and the business world, they're looking for results. They're looking for how basically when you have the results, basically a goal, right? So it's not just about recognizing the goal, but also how to get there. So you need to have kind of like a plan A, B, C to kind of say, okay, this is how I'm planning to get there. So.
Okay. Now we have one item. Jordan?
I don't have any drinks anyway.